Been back in St. Genevieve and rounded up a color analyst, so we'll lend a little knowledge to the broadcast here in this boys championship game. My thanks to Rob Coleman, going to join us on the broadcast for our boys title game, and probably not a guy around that knows these two teams any better than Coach Coleman. And Coach, you guys took Potosi, I think, to the brink last night. It was an 8-point final, really wasn't that type of game. You guys led in the fourth quarter late, and that was a terrific back-and-forth affair.
Yeah, I thought our guys came out really well early on. We had the lead and played a really good first quarter, and I knew that we weren't, just going to run away with it. And obviously Potosi's great team. They beat us 3 times, and all 3 times it's been a really close game the whole time. And those guys just pulled out. I got to give them credit to pull it out at the end.
Wasn't surprised too much that Farmington was able to beat Potosi during the regular season. Was very surprised they won by 20.
Yeah, I think they match up a little bit better inside. I mean, Ankrum is obviously one of the best players around in the area, and it's really good, strong, and athletic. I think that our post players, I've got a strong guy who's not near as athletic. I got a couple athletic guys that aren't as strong, and I think Ankrum really has, both aspects to be able to guard Coleman a little bit better than what we did.
Yeah, and to me, he's obviously very skilled. He has the 2 attributes you talked about. Perhaps my favorite characteristic is how hard the guy plays.
Yeah, when I think of him, I really think of the word passionate. We've talked to a lot of guys and people in the stands and other coaches, and I mean that's what they say about him, how hard he works and how intense he is the entire game. He's not selfish. He's really, if I had to pick one guy, I know Coleman averages 30-something points, but if I was to build a team, it would probably be around Ankrum.
Really?
Just because, he does it all offensively, defensively, and just the passion he has when he plays.
Yeah, doesn't take a possession off, does it?
No, he don't, and that's what you like out of him.
He's been to the Final Four, too.
Yeah, and I think he's a good leader. If a lot of people ask or thought about Farmington coming back this year after they've lost as much as they've lost, you wouldn't think that they, would come back to a district championship. But when you got a guy like Ankrum to build around, anything's possible.
Yeah, good point. The Potosi Trojans will start Dylan Coleman, 33 points, 16 rebounds a game, a 6'6 senior. Colby Eckhoff goes 6'1. He's a senior, 12.8 points. Luke Jacobson, a 5'11 senior. Austin Cooley is a 6'1 senior. Chandler Franklin, a 5'9 junior. Jordan Ankrum going to jump it up against Coleman. He's a 6'4 senior. John Bader, a 6'4 junior. Grant Waddell in the starting lineup, a 5'8 junior. Alex England's a 5'8 sophomore, and Mike Pinkley, a 5'11 senior. The ball is in the air, and the tap is won by Coleman and the Trojans. Purple shirts, and you've got gold numbers and letters. Chandler Franklin over to the right side now. Ball in the hands now of Luke Jacobson. Jacobson outside of the arc on the right side. They'll lob it underneath to Coleman. He's going to work at the short corner, and he fires it back out front to Franklin. Lob it underneath. Jacobson works to Coleman. Coleman trying to work through Ankrum that time. They say Ankrum got the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be purple shirts.
Well, yeah, right there, you just see Ankrum hold his ground. Doesn't foul, doesn't try to block a shot. And gets his hand on the ball.
There's that strength coming into play. Sure, you bet. All right, now they lob it, and Ankrum steals it away. So the first possession thwarted by that Farmington defense. England pitches it up the floor to Pinkley. Back to England. England looking low. Bader can't find him there. And now it's Ankrum coming over to grab it right there. Fires it over to the left corner. Waddell for 3. Ring it up! Grant Waddell and the assist from Jordan Ankrum. I guess we didn't mention that.
Yeah, hey, it's good ball movement, inside out. Try to get the ball inside. When the Potosi collapsed out of that matchup zone, was able to kick it back out.
Coleman head of the circle. Here's Franklin going to work now. Franklin hands it off to Austin Cooley. They'll work it outside. Here's Jacobson. Jacobson looking underneath, always trying to look for Coleman. They lob it right low block. Coleman, too athletic, rises up and didn't hit the shot the first time. His second bounce, Coach, maybe as good as you get.
That's what he did against us. We talk about blocking him out, and our guys didn't do that. And he missed quite a few early shots. The first one, like you said, he gets the second one, and he's going to finish. He's going to foul him after that.
Bader at the free throw line. Waddell back in the left corner. Did it again! Bang! Bang! Grant Waddell, 2 threes. He's got 6. And Farmington working the inside-outside game, and that's what you want to do against the gun. Collapse it and then expand it. Now at the head of the circle, this is Chandler. Chandler bounces to the right corner. Here's Jacobson. Jacobson closed out by Bader right there. Top of the key, Chandler. Chandler down to the left corner. Here's Cooley. Cooley by one man, but then runs into a double team. And a skip pass over the top to Jacobson on the right wing. Left wing, Chandler. Doesn't shoot it a lot, but this one's going down. And that was Chandler Franklin. 9 for 21 outside of the arc on the year. He's a 42% shooter out there.
That's going to be big. Potosi's got to have other guys hit shots. You can see Farmington there. They're shadowing Eckhoff, and other guys are going to be open. And if they can hit them, that's going to be big.
Now here's Ankrum. Ankrum gets his first bucket of the game. It's a right elbow jumper from 16. And in the first meeting between these two, Coach, that's exactly what you saw. As Coleman had 27, the next leading scorer in that game only had 5. So it's exactly what you said. They need some of those other guys there.
And I think they did that against us. The Allen kid came off the bench, and number 5, he also hit some big shots early against us.
There's a low-high look to Coleman, and a great job getting the ball deep to the baseline. Cooley had it along that baseline. Coleman flashes high to low. They make the pass low to mid. Coleman finishes the play, and he's fouled.
He gets a lot of points on free throws. I don't think he's the greatest free throw shooter, but he shoots enough. 63%. He shoots enough that, he's going to pick up maybe 10 points a game off free throws.
Jordan Ankrum grabs the rebound, and he misses the free throw there. Now an 8-7 ball game. And Farmington leads it by a point. Bouncing up to grab a hold, Kobe Eckhoff just ripped it away. A steal and a half a game for him. Here's a three-pointer left corner. Luke Jacobson. We're starting now hot from these two. And a 10-8 lead for Potosi. Jacobson, a 32% shooter outside there. His 31st made 3 on the year. England didn't start the season as the lead guard on this team, but turnover problems, and he was pressed into action, and he's kind of helped solidify that position for them. Now here's England, pump fake on the 3, steps inside of the three-point arc. Bader, high-low, looks to Ankrum. Ankrum attacks and just touched as Coleman went for the block behind him. Now, Ankrum, this is one area where he really has improved. A 78% foul shooter now.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, when you think about post players, they're usually not the best free throw shooters, and you really wish they would be because they're usually the guys that get fouled the most.
He hit 4 threes last night.
Yeah, it was the same way. I think a lot of people think about Potosi is, let Coleman, let Ankrum shoot it outside, and that's one thing that, if you can do that as a big, it's just another weapon.
I suppose if you had to decide, that would probably be the preference to shoot, but still they can burn you.
Yeah, but the great thing about letting him shoot out there is usually they're not rebounding, and that's one thing, you have to think about when you let him play, shoot outside.
Yeah, that's a great point. And we saw that if you can lure Ankrum away, your rebounding chance is certainly much better. Here's another three-point try by Jacobson. He misses that one. Ankrum has the rebound. That's his second. Here's England now. England weaving his way in the backcourt right there, guarded by Jacobson. Gets to by him, pushes it to Waddell. Waddell bounces to Ankrum. Ankrum little up and under. Skip pass right wing, Pinkley. Pinkley head of the circle to England. And England now to Ankrum. Ankrum bounces to the middle. Whips it down to Pinkley and traveled with it. Pinkley's the guy that got hot in this gym earlier this year.
Yeah, I know that. He hit, I think, 30, 33 against us and maybe 9 threes. And, the second time we played him, obviously he didn't do that, and that was the difference.
Now a 10-9 lead. Potosi's on top. The 3 from Franklin, the 3 from Jacobson. Coleman's got 4 points. And down to the right corner. Ball in the hands of Eckhoff. Eckhoff slashing to the middle. Jacobson pops out. Open three-point look for him. Bang, bang for Luke Jacobson. He's got 6. And it's a 13-9 lead for Potosi. Farmington basketball. There's England in the backcourt. Spins around one man. Looks to Waddell on the left wing. Waddell comes out to grab it. Bader on the left elbow. Get it down to Ankrum now. Ankrum spins, fires high off the window. That was nearly an impossible angle, and he got it to go. Yeah. That took a lot of strength.
Yeah, Coleman kind of made him change his shot a little bit, and again, athletic enough to hold the ball up, jump high, and shoot over him.
Great look by Ankrum, a 51% shooter from the field on the year. And now there's some good bounce and strength from Dylan Cole. Boy, this is going to be fun to watch, isn't it, between these two? Coleman's got a half a dozen.
Yeah, that's one thing I talked about our guys with Coleman. He doesn't really try to block a lot of shots. He doesn't really try to take charges, but he's just in the way. Makes your guys change your shot a little bit, and I think that's what happened to us.
Now Ankrum pump fake and goes over the top of Coleman right there. And I think Coleman got in foul trouble early on yesterday against you guys. That might have been in the back of his mind. Either that or it was just a great pump fake by Ankrum, one of the two. Yeah. Ankrum's got 7. And now here's a three-pointer left corner. Kobe Eckhoff lights it up. His 49th 3 of the year. He leads the team in that category. And 4 threes by Potosi to start this game. 18-13 on top by 5, and now a timeout by Justin Callahan.
Yeah, we talked about they're probably going to pack it in. A lot of teams do that against Coleman and give these outside shots. But, I think that's one guy you got to find is Eckhoff. You know that he can shoot it. Like I said, I think he's their best outside shooter this season. And most of the time, you got to know where he's at.
A 38% three-point shooter, which is pretty good. I mean, now Franklin, we talked about, he shoots 41%, but he's only taken 21 tries.
So usually if you don't shoot a lot, your percentage is pretty good. And a lot of times Franklin's open, where Eckhoff usually has a guy in his face and has to hit a tougher shot.
Yeah, quick trigger on that one.
Yeah.
Got it to go. He averages 13 points per game. So quick timeout by Justin Callahan. 2:44 remaining in the first. The offenses look pretty sharp early on in this one. Pinkley's got it on the left wing to England, back to Pinkley. Pinkley looking to Bader, left elbow. Swings to the right corner. Waddell tries another one. Finally misses one, and Bader skies high for the rebound. Bader works back out to Waddell. He's got it on the right wing. Waddell, England now. England out between the circles. Bouncer to Pinkley. Pinkley's got it on the left wing. And this zone doing a little chasing right here. And now the ball slapped away from Ankrum, but Ankrum dives on the floor, and then it's picked up by Coleman. Coleman throws the outlet to Franklin. Franklin says, let's play in the half court. Coleman eyed a three from 26 feet. Didn't want it. Flies inside, and he's fouled by Bader. Coleman, Coach, was about 24 feet away from the basket, and in 2 steps, he was 3 feet from the rim.
Yeah, when he wants to be, he's very explosive. The second time we played him, we want to, again, force him outside, force the outside shot, and late in the game, we forced him to catch the ball outside the three-point line, and he just made his decision. He was going to the basket just like he was there, and it didn't matter if he took a charge or not. He's going to get there.
So Coleman misses the free throw. I think he missed one earlier, didn't he?
Yeah,
he had a three-point attempt, so he's over 2. Coleman back to the stripe. He's got like long purple pants and a long purple shirt. His entire body nearly is covered by purple here. He's got 7. And it's a 19-13 lead for Potosi. They lead it by 6 points here. England, a bouncer to Pinkley. Ankrum open it for just a moment. They find him the ball in the short corner, right side. Skips it over to Waddell, left corner. Grant looking for a seam, can't find one. And hands it off to England. England at half court now. The offense being pushed way out to start things right here. And England trying to weave his way through a seam. Bounces it to Ankrum. And Ankrum gets a little boot in the butt right there. Yeah. Foul on Cooley.
You mentioned them forcing Farmington out. I think, I have to give Potosi credit. The first couple times we played them, we really got a lot of open looks offensively. And last night, I thought they did a much better job of pressuring our guards out front, especially in the first half. Clayton Mueller struggled a little bit, and that's one thing that they've done is picked up their game with their defensive pressure.
A three-pointer by England, and Alex is going to say, no, that's an assist. Mike Pinkley caught the air ball on the other side, jumped up and tossed it through.
England, I appreciate that.
19-15. His older brother could play, by golly.
Yeah, he's really good. Mick talking about England a little bit. I think Coach Callahan did a good job early on. Waddell was the point guard, and even though England doesn't score a lot, and it allows Waddell to move down to the wing spot to a shooter. So I think England's a big key of this, even though he may not be a big scorer.
Coleman rattles home the 15-footer, and now England is fouled by Jacobson. And, Coach, like you said, sometimes it isn't necessarily where you put one guy. It's what it allows you to do with some of those other pieces.
Yeah, and I think that was something that, helped us with Clayton Mueller coming back. Gabe, Grimminger had to take over the point spot and allowed him to then move down to a wing spot where he could score, shoot the ball a little bit better. And so it makes a difference, where your guys are at on the floor.
71 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play. 21-15. It's a 6-point advantage for Potosi. England plays to LeBron right there. He sends it to the right corner, and now it's over to the left side, and the three-pointer is short by Aaron Hargis just in the ball game. Ball's tapped out. There are a few players politicking for possession right here, but it looks like Farmington's going to keep it. So Hargis going to put it in play. His 4 teammates form a box around the lane. Hargis calls it out and now fires it to the right corner. England a little gun-shy after airmailing the last one. And now England going to go ahead and just keep the dribble alive on the left wing. Under a minute to go, first quarter, 21-15. Potosi on top. Waddell mishandles and then goes and grabs it. LeBron calling for it. It's still England now, left wing. LeBron has it. They had a high-low available, didn't want it or didn't see it. And now he's swinging out to Hargis. 38 seconds remaining in this first frame. 21-15. Potosi on top. LeBron calling for it. Waddell, an open three. Missed it this time. And a long rebound tracked down by Potosi's Jacobson. Under a half minute remaining in the first frame. 21-15. Potosi leading Farmington in this district championship game. Coleman goes to work, middle of the lane, floats it in. Dillon shoots 62% from the field. And 23-15, it's an 8-point advantage for Potosi, and they're on a 96-point clip right now.
Yeah, they're doing a great job moving the ball and really getting any look they want from anybody. I think hitting those couple shots early on allows Coleman to be open inside.
Buzzer beater that time by The new man in the game, Aaron Hargis. A little scramble. Hargis shifted over to the right wing, and Hargis just knocked the bottom out of it to end the first quarter.
That's a big shot going down, in the first quarter being down 5 or 8. That's a big difference.
That's a lift, and we've got a 5-point game now, 23-18. 5-point advantage for Potosi, but the big three by Hargis to draw a little closer. We're back in a minute right here on J98.
There's a lot of folks out there looking for a wonderful flooring bargain. They're looking for carpet, tile, luxury vinyl, and hardwood. Did you know Busenbark Flooring and Granite has over 1 million square feet of wonderful flooring bargains in stock and ready for delivery and installation? Everyone's been asking the folks at Busenbark about the 5-inch pre-finished natural red oak plank hardwood. Its stunning beauty and presentation is second to none. It just arrived at Busenbark's and is now on sale for $2.43 a square foot. That's right, 5-inch pre-finished natural red oak hardwood for $2.43 a square foot. There's wonderful flooring bargains throughout Busenbark Flooring and Granite, starting at 49 cents a square foot. See why folks from St. Louis through Central Missouri shop with their flooring friends at Busenbark. They're looking for a real guarantee, warranty, and above all, a wonderful flooring bargain. Shop with us, shop at home, or shop online at BusenbarkFlooring.com.
KTJJ, Farmington, Festus, Crystal City, St. Genevieve. J98 The Boot. Digity. We live here too.
Farmington basketball as we return for the second quarter. It's a 23-18 lead by Potosi. Aaron Hargis beat the buzzer with a 3 to close out the first quarter of play. The 6'8 Connor Gage coming in to start this second quarter for Farmington. And the three-pointers are falling for both of these squads. Farmington has hit 3 of them. Potosi's hit 3 of them. And Waddell checks a little heat that time. And Grant Waddell, bang, bang, bang. He's got 3 threes. We've got a 2-point game. 21. Potosi leads it by a pair. They've got the basketball. Jacobson already has hit 2 triples. Franklin has hit 1. They work it back out to Jacobson at half court. Now they'll bark it out. It's a 2-3 zone by Farmington here. Head of it, Waddell. And there's Hargis. And now Coleman's going to work against the double team. Glides inside. The 6'8 Connor Gage comes from the backside with the block shot.
That length, you can't teach it. That's what a lot of people say.
25 blocks for Connor Gage on the year, and he gets it now down along that baseline and works it to Waddell. Pinkley now on the left wing. Back to Waddell. Connor Gage has it down underneath. Score it. They just lost him.
Yeah.
They just lost the 6'8 guy.
Yeah, I guess on their rotation, they've left the guy underneath. And that's, Farmington's not moving a lot, but they got a guy at the high post, guy at the low post, and Potosi's having a little trouble matching up with it.
First 5 points of the second frame going to Farmington, and we're tied at 23, and that means 8 in a row for these Knights as they knock down the triple to close the first quarter of play. Potosi basketball, Jacobson from distance, and I mean 23 feet. Jacobson has 3 triples. Little bang-bang going on for him as well. Jacobson's got 9. Eckhoff and Franklin with triples as well. 5 threes for Potosi. And Farmington has 4 threes. Waddell with 3 of those.
I tell you what, I don't know. I'm sure there's been in the past, but this year I've seen a lot of deep shooters on these teams. I mean, Jacobson even hit a deep one against us the other night. Hayden Sprinkle from North County shoots really far. Grimminger is a guy that can hit a pull from pretty deep. When you do that, you got to come out and guard, and then it opens up more inside.
Stretches that floor. And now here's a guy in the game that you might have had nightmares about this guy, Sherrell Allen, last night. He was kind of a super sub for them. And
yeah, you know what? Since playing their JV, we had a good idea, that he was a decent player, athletic. I felt like we did a good job. He just really pulled up and was fearless and hit some big shots for those guys.
Coleman's going to the free throw line. It looked like Gage stopped him on a joust at the rim, but they say he got a little piece of the wrist as well. And so Connor Gage won the first meeting between the two, blocked the shot. The second meeting won by Coleman. They call the foul on Gage, and Dillon's got a hot start to this one. He's got 12 here with 5:50 remaining in the second quarter, and 27-23, Potosi responding after 8 straight for Farmington. Here's Coleman back to the stripe. He's a 63% shooter, as we told you earlier. He's got 13. Dillon's got a good start going, averaging 33 a game for this ball club. He's not even going to play college basketball.
No, it's amazing. But here he's pretty good at baseball, yeah. And I guess, when you're 6'6", I'm sure he can throw pretty hard.
He might play college baseball.
He might.
Well, he signed with Missouri State. We'll see if he gets drafted.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And now here's Waddell. And he goes to Hargis. Hargis hit the three at the end of the first quarter, missed it, followed his own shot, though, and he slides inside, and he's fouled by Edkoff. How many times do you see a guy shoot that three and either just leave it up there and admire it or head down the other way? But Hargis follows it right there.
Yeah, and a lot of times they do come up short, those three-pointers.
So Hargis going to get 2 shots here. He was fouled on the stick-back attempt. Aaron has only tried 10 free throws this season. He's made 5. And now he's 6 of 11. So Hargis averaging 3.5 points a game, and he's got 4. Those are the contributions you don't know if you're always going to get.
Yeah, and they're nice when you get them off the bench.
So Hargis back to the stripe, cuts the courts. He's got 5. He's giving him a nice boost. 5:23 remaining in the first half. 28-25. The Mineral Area Cardinals ladies hit a buzzer beater to go to overtime against Iowa Western. We'll get a score on that one as we move along. Here's Sherrell Allen, and he turns it over. Grant Waddell ripped him clean. Waddell on the run, 1-on-2. Left side layup. Count it! Grant Waddell has his first 2-point bucket, and he's got 11. And 28-27, we've got a 1-point game. Potosi on top. And now Waddell hounding Chandler Franklin and fouled him. Waddell has his first personal.
One philosophy we had is, Potosi will turn the ball over a little bit, their guards. But you're pretty scared to get out there and guard because, again, if you're out there guarding out front, out high, then you're leaving the middle open more for Coleman.
Another 3 for Jacobson, and maybe a little heat check for him. Finally misses a 3, and now here's Waddell attacking. And now a bouncer to Pinkley on the left wing. They work to Gage at the free throw line, distributes down to the right corner to Hargis. Hargis back to Gage, free throw line. And Ankram's back in the ball game. They try to create an angle there, but poor pass by Hargis and turns it over. And you talk about Potosi has that kind of that tendency maybe to turn it over sometime, get a little bit loose with it. Farmington really was plagued by that early in the year. England kind of helped them settle down, and I think some encouragement by Coach probably helped.
Yeah, well, we talked about the guards they had last year,
right.
and a lot of these guards here didn't get a lot of playing time. So that's a big role to step up, on the varsity level and take care of the ball and handle all that pressure.
Ankram gets the block shot, and then on the other end, Connor Gage banks it in for 2, and that's the second time that Connor's been open underneath. And you talk about that 2-headed point guard for Farmington last year. The 3 by Eckhoff, he finds the range. 6 points for Eckhoff. He and Jacobson have combined for 5 threes. You add in Chandler Franco, and the 6 threes going down for Potosi in this game. They shoot a pretty good 35% as a team from outside of that arc. And now here's Hargis in the right corner. 31-29, and now for the lead, another 3. Holy moly, it's Pleasantville in here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the score may be 40 or 50 by the end of half.
14 points for Grant Waddell. And 32-31, Farmington has the lead here. The Knights trailed by 6, 19-13.
I'm a little surprised to see Farmington in a 2-3 zone right now because of the way Potosi's been shooting the ball.
But they're leading.
Yeah, it's true.
32-31. Chandler Franklin now slips it inside. There's Coleman going to work, and Connor Gage blocks him again. Dylan Coleman doesn't see many guys sometimes, but not many that are bigger than him.
Yeah, and that's one thing Gage is. I mean, he's actually taller, longer, not near as a muscular kid like Ankram. But, again, length, that makes a big difference when you got length inside.
In fact, I think Gage really has 3 blocks on Coleman. He got called for a foul on one of them.
Yeah.
I agree with that call.
Yeah.
That's a foul right there. So now it's Coleman back to the line. I want to go back to a point that you were making a little bit ago. You talked about the 2 point guards for Farmington, both coaches' kids.
Yeah.
Callahan was a coach's kid. England coach, John England, coaches junior high basketball.
Yeah, well, usually your coach's kids may not always be the best player, but they're probably the smartest. They've been around the game. They've grown up next to it, probably at practices, sitting on the bench all the games. And I remember Coach Davis, the coach I played for, his son again wasn't the best player, but I knew the game inside and out. And it's always nice to have a guy like that.
And then when you have 2, that's even better.
England's dad was actually my middle school basketball coach.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. So you know exactly what you're talking about. Air ball by Ankram on the 3. Maybe forced it a little bit. And now here's Coleman. Coleman just hit 2 free throws. He's got 15. He's actually ahead of his 33-point pace in this game so far. Now Franklin's got it. Has available skip pass. Finds his man Eckhoff, deep right corner. Work it back out front to Jacobson. Jacobson over to the right side, Franklin. And now they work it down underneath to Cooley. He slides in. Coleman outside. Coleman steps through. Runner got it to go. Rattled it in. Rattled it out. Rattled it back in. And Dylan Coleman's got 17. He scored 64 in the game earlier this year.
I know it was double overtime, but I think he had 50-something, they said, at the end of the game, regulation.
It was Union, and they play a little bit like Grinnell, if you've heard of that system, So now here's Pinkley to the free throw line, floats it left corner, Waddell again, and he rattles this one in and out. Rebound comes down to Ankrum, pump fake, and now powers it through.
Yeah, you can see that Coleman, he's not wanting to foul. He didn't really contest that, just stood there, and Ankrum's strong enough to get the ball up.
I think if he makes it to the second half, and we've got a close game in the fourth, I think you're going to see him start contesting those. And now here's a three by Luke Jacobson, and this one bounces over the top of the backboard. You're used to defending that three, and you mentioned this earlier at 19-9. And what Jacobson does, and you mentioned a few guys that do that, he almost distends that defense.
Yeah.
Because your normal rotation doesn't cover the 25-footer.
No, and, especially most zones, are taught to pack it in. The reason plays zone is stop dribble penetration, help off on the bigs inside. And so, again, if you got those guys who can shoot it and extend that zone, it makes a big difference. And, it's not an easy shot. I mean, it takes a lot to get it there.
We're talking about Coleman scoring 17, which is remarkable, and it's the best on the floor right now. But part of him being able to do that is his satellites out there. Franklin Eckhoff, Jacobson, 6 triples.
Yeah, when you have that, and that's something that I don't think Potosi's had consistently throughout the year. A lot of times, I've seen North County, the North County beating Potosi and watching their game that, they didn't guard the outside. And unfortunately, Potosi that night, they weren't hitting. So it allowed them to really pack it in. And, so again, it's kind of like pick your poison.
Now, the other part of that, there's a flip side to everything you talk about. The other part of that is will some regression to the mean come into play in the second half for Potosi? Are they using it up? The average is going to catch up. So 1:55 remaining in the first half. 35-34. Potosi leads here. Grant Waddell scoops it to Pinkley. Pinkley enters it, and that's Ankrum, and Ankrum just threw it up into the upper deck here.
Yeah, good idea. He was open, just a little too hard of a throw.
It was a good idea. Turnover Farmington. 1:47 remaining in the first half.
And that's another kid, older brother who played a real good shooter last year.
Yeah, Hardy.
Hardy.
Yeah, and he can shoot it too. Brendan Hardy is this one. His older brother hit a three right toward the end of regulation to send the third-place game in the overtime last year at the Final Four. And now the jumper, a three-pointer missed by Jacobson, so maybe that's a little bit what we're talking about. Can't hit them all. Ahead of the circle, this is Grant Waddell. Killer crossover by Waddell goes to Pinkley. Pinkley hasn't hit a three, but he can. Tap try, Hardy wouldn't go. And a rebound ripped down by Coleman. I probably have missed one, but I have that only as the second rebound by Coleman. Now, with everybody hitting shots, maybe that's right.
They're hitting shots, and a lot of the rebounds seem like they're going out long.
With all the three-pointers.
Yeah.
Sure. A lob to Coleman, mid-post, right side, jab step. 3 guys around him, snaps off a 15-footer, and misses this one. Hardy has the rebound with a minute left. Farmington looking for the lead. Potosi by 1, 35-34. Pinkley open from 24. Didn't want that one. Now Waddell. Now they throw a bullet down underneath, and Farmington getting a little bit loose with the ball right now. Yeah, turnover. Here comes Sherelle Allen back in the ball game again. 52 seconds remaining first half.
Coach Callahan, it's frustrating. Not that the guys are trying. They're just maybe trying a little too hard to force those passes.
Yeah, sure. Here's Allen now. Allen head of the circle. Franklin. They work it to the right wing. Eckhoff. Now throw it right in the middle, and a steal by Connor Gage. Crossover dribble by Pinkley now in the forecourt to Waddell on the left wing. Half a minute to play first half, and now Coach Callahan says, I think he wants to work this clock a little bit, doesn't he?
Shot, yeah.
Take the last shot. Waddell with 22 seconds left. Pinkley pitch it around out front and play catch to Hardy. Now Waddell at midcourt. Guarded by Franklin. Franklin not just going to let him hold on to it. Bouncer Pinkley, 12, 11. Pinkley back up top. Waddell lost it through his legs. Franklin tracks it down. Allen, a secondary break man, and they just threw it behind him and turned it back over. So Farmington now will have the final shot, it appears anyway.
Yeah.
35-34, Potosi leads. And the Knights are looking for the lead going into the locker room. Pinkley to put it in. Looking for Waddell. Fires it in. Waddell back to Pinkley with 4-3. Pinkley snaps it off. He's fouled hard with 2 seconds left. And Allen just got a little bit too aggressive to the ball. And Pinkley's going to the line for 3 here.
A little anxious. Great hustle. But, he's going to rush that last shot. You almost just got to kind of let him shoot it.
Not a huge deal right now. If that happens with 2 seconds left at the end of the game, that is a huge deal. So Pinkley at the free throw line. Mike misses the first. Mike's a 71% free throw shooter. He still has a chance to put his team on top if he can hit the next 2. And Pinkley dips this one, flips it. He's got it. Nothing but nylon for Pinkley there. He's got 3 points. We're tied at 35. This is what a district championship game ought to be. Pinkley back to the stripe to put Farmington on top. Got it. Swish right there. 2.5 seconds left. Here's Coleman from three-quarter court. That baby's got a chance! And he popped it in! Oh! Coleman finishes the first half with 20 points on a three-quarter court shot.
Yeah.
Right off the middle of the backboard and in.
Well, you think with 2 seconds left, just let him shoot it. But something to think about, you not leave that guy open because you know he can get it there from almost anywhere on the court.
Buckle up, baby. We're only halfway home. 38-36. Potosi by 2. Well, the winner of this game will play the winner of Class 4 District 1. They're just playing their semifinals tonight. Cape Notre Dame and Kennett, and then Cape Central and Sykeston. And then they'll play that championship game tomorrow night at 7:30. So at least the winner here gets to go down and scout that one, I guess.
Yeah, I think they got hammered with more snow than what we did here. And, they're running behind.
All right, so Potosi has the basketball as we start the second half of play. Coleman, I thought, got away with a walk right there. And it's going to cost Connor Gage a foul.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. It looked like he was straight up and had his hand on the ball.
Third foul against Connor Gage right there. And in saying that, give Coleman credit. I mean, if you attack and create contact, you're going to get some of those.
Yeah, and like I said, he shoots a lot of free throws, and it's for that very reason.
Blackjack for Coleman right there, point number 21, and now giving the double deuce. He's locked into the free throw line right now. He's got 22. 40-36. Potosi lead. Farmington basketball, right wing Pinkley. Pinkley back up top to England. And England looking left, right. They're really sagging off of him. I mean, they don't think he's going to shoot the ball. And, well, he hasn't really.
Nope.
Just shot it once. It was an air ball. Now here's a drive by Pinkley. Pinkley runs into a double team. Has the ball stolen away. Eckhoff is fouled. Did Pinkley grab it? Yep.
England's going to have to, if they keep doing that, he's going to have to pull the trigger at least once. All it takes is one shot, and then they're going to worry about you a little bit more and spread that defense back out.
Alex England, 4 for 24 outside of the arc coming in. But once again, almost like a guy that shoots a really high percentage with few shots. Sometimes a guy that shoots a really low percentage with few shots. It's a small sample size, too.
Yeah.
And now here's a rebound off of a miss. Jordan Ankrum snatches that one out of the sky on the miss by Eckhoff. Driving down Waddell, he had a great first half with 14 points. Alex just kind of hanging out there, out along the perimeter.
Even if you're not going to shoot it, maybe use your dribble, penetration, make a guy guard you.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to snap off a three right here. Misses that one. A battle for the board, and it's won that time by Coleman. Coleman just has his third rebound. Here's Chandler Franklin. And now Coleman eyes a three. Snaps it off right over the top of the 6'8" Gage, and he stuck it right through. Coleman's got 25.
Not much you can do about that.
Woo! 43-36, a 7-point advantage for Potosi. And Dylan Coleman is locked in here tonight. 6:42 remaining in the third. 7-point lead, Potosi. Farmington ball when we come back in a minute.
Ridge Haven, a new subdivision being developed in Farmington off of Old Fredericktown Road, offers new homes by Don and Lisa Hardy, owners of D&L Developers. These homes won't last long, so stop by today to find your new dream home. Call 760-6145. That's 760-6145. Don and Lisa Hardy of D&L Developers are proud supporters of the Farmington Knights and all of the local sports teams. They wish all of the teams the best of luck throughout the season.
Dylan Coleman in another three, so he's hit one from 60 feet. Now he's hit one from 23 feet, and he's got 25 points, 43-36. Here's a drive by Waddell. Waddell drives it down underneath, and that's the Gage. Pinkley now slashing along that right baseline. Works to Gage, mid-post right side. Connor attacks, floats it up, misfires. Airmailed it over the top, and the ball tapped out off of Austin Cooley. Farmington basketball left of the bucket along the baseline.
Yeah, it looks like they could gauge the ball down there, and Coleman is going down to guard him. Ankrum should be, diving right at that free throw line.
Mm-hmm. So now Hardy to put the ball in play. Nowhere to go. 5 seconds, not quite, as he lobs it to Ankrum. I think that if you can get away with it, I think something that Brett Hale has done that is pretty smart is he has not put Coleman just on Ankrum.
Yeah.
They've zoned it or they've run another body at him, and now Pinkley snaps one off from 14 feet. He misses that one, and there's Coleman with another rebound, his fourth.
Well, I was just thinking that if I'm Farmington, I'm trying to get that matchup, put Ankrum on Coleman and get him to attack and maybe get him in a few fouls.
Coleman misses the three this time with Ankrum closing out on him. 43-36, 7-point advantage for Potosi. Farmington, a team that is capable of coming back, though. And now head of the circle, Bader. Ankrum sliding through, constantly calling for the basketball. And now to the right side, Pinkley looks for a drive. Not there. Ankrum, head of the circle. He's working for three. Misses that one, and there's Coleman for the rebound. That one felt a little forced to me.
Yeah.
Fifth rebound, Coleman. Zip pass underneath. Cooley, turnaround jumper. Rattles it home. Austin Cooley has his first 2 points. And there's a pretty nifty pass from Chandler Franklin, who leads his team at 4.5 assists a game.
Yeah, again, they lost Cooley right there on the block. That's one place you can't lose him. If he goes outside, you don't have to worry about it so much, but not on the block.
So Justin Callahan going to try to get this thing turned around. It's a 9-point deficit for his club. 5:15 remaining in the third. Potosi 45, Farmington 36, and we're back in 30 right here on J98.
Clorue DeVille Nursing and Rehab in Fredericktown is a 90-bed skilled nursing and rehab center that is dedicated to their residents and community. Clorue DeVille offers a variety of services for their residents, including nursing care, physical and occupational therapies, behavioral, Alzheimer's, and hospice care. Clorue DeVille Nursing and Rehab Center is located at 105 Spruce Street in Fredericktown.
.5:15 on this third quarter clock, 45-36. Chad Speaker doing the play-by-play. A little color commentary from Rob Coleman tonight. Jack Sadler has the video online at MyMoInfo.com. Evan Thurman engineering and operating our game. Pretty good team. I like this team. A couple good teams out there as well. Potosi, the better team right now anyway. 45-36, they lead Farmington. Farmington beat this team by 20 earlier this season. That was in Potosi. The margin, well, probably a little bit of an outlier. Victory, well, not a fluke at all. I guess Hargis pulled his pivot foot, gives it back over to Potosi. And Justin Callahan got to be seething it when that happens right out of a timeout.
Yeah. Well, he just thought he didn't have a pivot foot and switched it.
Farmington going to pick him up in the half court. Sherelle Allen looking for a drive. Works to Coleman to the left corner. Eckhoff. Eckhoff now pitches it back outside. And Jordan Ketcher's side of the ball game for the first time. Coleman works along that left baseline. Pump fake. Now rises up. 17-footer. That's money. Dylan Coleman's got 27.
Yeah, he's on. That's definitely he's in a rhythm.
Boy, he sure is. 5'9", junior Jordan Ketcherside making his first appearance. Coleman looking for the steal, looking for the gamble that time, and a blocking foul as Jordan Ankrum slams his way inside. Cooley gets whistled for his second personal. I think Brett Hale hoping for the charge call that time.
That's a tough call for refs. I mean, probably the toughest one to call in all basketball.
And they keep modifying the rules too, and the emphasis and the whole deal. It used to be you had to be leaving the ground. Now it's on the upward motion as Hardy holds it for 5 seconds, and the Potosi defense gets it back.
Yeah, there's a good job there on the inbounds. Those are important inbounds plays. You can easily give up easy buckets, or when you play good defense like that, that's good.
Bruce Pearl's Tennessee Ball Club defended inbounds plays as well as any team I've ever seen.
Yeah, you hear a lot of college coaches specifically talk about inbounds plays and the impact that they have on a game.
Allen looking for Coleman, and he zips this one right by him. It's Ankrum standing beside the big man. How about that for Coleman? Yeah, Sherelle Allen turns it over. I thought it was a poor pass, but Coleman looks at it and says, hey, my bad. That's just picking up a teammate.
Yeah, and I think that's good, especially for a kid like Allen.
Yeah.
Not a lot of varsity experience, big game.
Terrific shot by Ankrum that time. Shot it right over Coleman, who was going up to contest right there. Terrific play by Ankrum, and now a lob underneath to Coleman. Coleman just jumped over two guys to grab it and pumped it in. I don't know how you defend that.
No, you can't. I mean, you got Ankrum out there, just a good enough athlete and can't out-jump him.
And now Ankrum's three-pointer is blocked. Coleman grabs the loose ball, plays it quickly up the floor, and Cooley's fouled. It just feels like Potosi's getting this thing into the kind of rhythm that they want.
Yeah, I think they're playing really well and playing well together, sharing the ball. Obviously, their go-to guys, Coleman. But just like there, Coleman's bringing the ball up the floor and gives it up.
I really do believe that if Coleman was on, like, let's say the right college basketball team, I think he could be a terrific passer.
Yeah.
You see glimpses of that.
Yeah, he probably don't have the best dribbling moves, but just like there, he can bring the ball up, and he can drive to the basket. He can hit an outside shot. Maybe not. He hasn't shot a ton of outside shots, but like tonight, he's already hit 1 or 2 threes.
First free throw by Cooley got stuck where the rim meets the backboard. The second one missed as well, but the ball tapped out off of LeBron, and so Potosi goes over 2 on the exchange, but they've got the basketball. And now 3:47 remaining here in the third. 49-38. It's Potosi by 11. Now Coleman's got it on the inbound, attacks the rack, curls it up, can't curl it in. Bader has the rebound. Bader contested now and finds his guard, Waddell. Waddell in the backcourt, watched by Jacobson. Waddell jiggerbugs across the timeline now. Fires it over to the right wing. This is Hargis. Hargis to the head of the circle, LeBron. LeBron down to the left wing, Pinkley. Pinkley now curling it back to the free throw line. Hargis open 3, turns it loose, missed it. Backside rebound, Coleman. He's got 7. Coleman 29 points, 7 rebounds. And a block shot. And now here's an open 3 by Eckhoff. He sticks that in. Bang, bang, bang for Eckhoff. He's got 9. And Potosi on the rail by 14. 52-38. Potosi on the run. Up ahead. Eckhoff, trailer, left side layup won't go. Coleman's got the rebound. Sticks it back in. They lead by 16.
Yeah, Farmington, I think they're feeling it now. Feeling the pressure, making a lot of mistakes, not taking care of the ball.
Justin Callahan's been burning through his timeouts. Yeah. He doesn't have hardly anything left.
You're at this point where there's not a whole lot you can do. Maybe try to set up a good play, get a good look out of it.
54-38 is a 16-point advantage for the Potosi Trojans. 2:44 remaining in the third. And we're back on the other side of this 30-second pause on the boot.
Boyer Lumber, service and quality. Boyer Lumber, the way that it should be. Boyer Lumber, we know you by first name. Build with us, you'll be glad you came. Boyer Lumber, we have it all right here. Boyer Lumber, and help is always near for service and quality. It's Boyer Lumber. Boyer Lumber.
54-38, a 16-point advantage for the Potosi Trojans over Farmington right here. Farmington, in their semifinal victory over North County, they saw some man-to-man defense. They were running some really nice pick-and-roll offense. Not nearly as effective against the zone. They can't utilize that.
Yeah, they ran the same thing against us in the conference tournament. It's tough to guard that pick-and-roll with those bigs, but against this zone, again, I just don't feel like they're moving very well. The more movement there is, the harder it is to keep making switches and matching up.
And it's going to be Potosi basketball here. Chandler Franklin running the point. And now Farmington going to maybe try to make this more of a full-court ball game. The flyer is up ahead to Eckhoff. Eckhoff rises up and attacks the rim. He didn't dunk it, but he got rim high and threw it down. He's got 11 points. Colby Eckhoff, and the margin swells to 18, 56-38. And if you didn't see a 20-point victory, Farmington over Potosi earlier this season, maybe you didn't see an 18-point lead by the Trojans here in this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ankram's not in the game right now. I think you got to, try to get him inside and get a good bucket.
He's not in foul trouble.
No, it's kind of surprising. Maybe he's a little winded. I know he's been playing a lot, but
Pinkley turns it over. Eckhoff is on the run. Eckhoff driving right side. He's going to try to lay it up, and he's fouled hard by England that time. He's going to the free throw line.
At this point in the game, when that lead's spreading, you got to have your guy on the main guy on the floor.
Boy, I thought that was on the shot. They called that on the floor. So it'll be Potosi basketball. Here comes Allen and Ketcherside back in. 56-38. It's an 18-point advantage for Potosi. Allen, left wing. Pump fake on the 3. Slides inside. Beautiful bounce pass to Coleman. And Coleman went up to attack the rack. They say he shoveled the feet, though, before he rose up to the 10.
Yeah, he had his mind up. That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
It just took off a little bit, like you said, slugged that foot.
And then at 53 remaining in the third. 56-38. An 18-point advantage for the Potosi Trojans. Here's England on the left wing. They sag off of him. Eckhoff watching in there. England open in the left corner and pitches to Waddell, fouled by Ketcherside. Britta Hale has won everywhere he's gone. He's been around the area a little bit. He won when he was at Farmington. A huge uptick when he went to Bismarck for a year, and now with the Potosi Trojans.
Well, he's got the experience, playing down at Dexter, played at college ball, and like you said, they get good at what they do at one thing, and I think that makes a difference.
He plays a fun style of basketball too. Maybe that's attractive to kids. I think. Not an easy style, but a fun style.
Yeah.
As Bader's fouled here.
We've kind of started to do some of the same stuff. That matchup zone, and our kids love it.
Third foul on Cooley, and to the free throw line is John Bader. Bader averages just under 4 points a game. He doesn't have a score yet tonight. Shoots 52%. He shoots 52% from the free throw line, 51% from the field. And Bader going to put it in the right hand now. Bends the knees, flips the wrists, and he fired it just a little bit strong. So misses that one. Bader back to the line. Gives him a good big presence in there. 6'4" junior, plays a physical brand, and this guy does too. Gunnar LeBrot is going to check in for the shooter.
Potosi subbed in, and now they're going to, again, 4 guards.
They've been successul in that alignment. We've talked about that as Bader hits the second free throw. So it goes 1 for 2 on the exchange. Bader out, LeBrot in. There's Ankrum back in. Pinkley, England, and Waddell all on the floor for the Knights. Full court pressure by Farmington. And now there's a lob for Coleman. Coleman lost it, and now a tie-up. And the alternate possession will give it to Farmington. So, Farmington got down in the state's third-place game to Helias last year. Didn't think they could press them. But Farmington pressed a lot last year. Didn't think they'd be able to press a team like that. They got down big. They clamped on the press against a great team. They came back in that game.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you don't press all game and, they get used to walking the ball down, and it's a big change.
Open three, England. This one just long. A good-looking shot then. He's gonna shoot that with more confidence as the years go by. Lob underneath, and there's Coleman. Coleman right through Ankrum for another score, and he's right at his season's average. What's that? 33 points.
Wow. Still got a whole quarter to go.
58-39. And it's back to 19-point advantage, and now here's Coleman again. He finishes the break on the other end with a right hand this time. He's got 35. He has been lights out tonight, 60-39. It's all Potosi right now.
That was a really good pass, too. I mean, it was between 2 defenders.
Here's England, picks the dribble up, head to the top of the circle. That's to Ankrum, and now England snaps off a 3, misses that one. He grabs his own rebound right now, and now plays it to Ankrum. Difficult shot by Ankrum, left it just a little bit short. Backside rebound, Jacobson. And then a double dribble. I think it's been pretty obvious that Coach Callahan is saying, England,
you got to shoot it.
You're going to have to put it up, man.
Yeah, it comes to that point where they're taking everything else away, and that's what they're giving. You got to be able to shoot it, and he's probably just doesn't have the confidence right now.
Here's Pinkley now, right of the bucket along that baseline, and curling around Waddell, can't find him, and now it's Ankrum. Was that 5 seconds? That was a quick 5 that time.
Quick. Yeah,
the last one, was pretty obvious. That seemed like a quick 5. 16 seconds left. You're going to have to guard Coleman 60 feet out here. 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 60-39. It's Potosi all over Farmington now, and the ball kicked by England. And now 4 seconds.
Well, make sure you're guarding because they'll score with 2.
Yeah, that's right. 4.7 on the third quarter clock. And they push it to the right corner. Cooley lobs it for Coleman, and Ankrum is there to slap it back out of bounds. 60-39. Potosi leads here. And now they lob it to Coleman. Coleman going to push it to the right wing. This one's to beat the buzzer by Jacobson, and one of the few things that didn't go right for Potosi in that third quarter. Potosi up by 2 at halftime, leading by 21 here. A huge third quarter by Potosi, as they outscore Farmington in that frame, 22-3. We go to the fourth quarter on the other side of this 1-minute pause on the boot.
There's a lot of folks out there looking for a wonderful flooring bargain. They're looking for carpet, tile, luxury vinyl, and hardwood. Did you know Busenbark Flooring and Granite has over 1 million square feet of wonderful flooring bargains in stock and ready for delivery and installation? Everyone's been asking the folks at Busenbark about the 5-inch pre-finished natural red oak plank hardwood. Its stunning beauty and presentation is second to none. It just arrived at Busenbark's and is now on sale for $2.43 a square foot. That's right, 5-inch pre-finished natural red oak hardwood for $2.43 a square foot. There's wonderful flooring bargains throughout Busenbark Flooring and Granite, starting at 49 cents a square foot. See why folks from St. Louis through Central Missouri shop with their flooring friends at Busenbark. They're looking for a real guarantee, warranty, and above all, a wonderful flooring bargain. Shop with us, shop at home, or shop online at busenbarkflooring.com.
60-39. Potosi leads right here. And we start the fourth quarter of play. It's Potosi by 21 points. Potosi has the basketball here. Difficult shot left elbow that time. Eckhoff missed the fade from 15. England quickly down the floor, pulls up on that right wing. England distributes to Pinkley down underneath. This is Ankrum. Pump fake, slides inside, and scoops it to LeBron. Loose ball taken back by Farmington. Back up to the top of the key. England shoots the three, missed it long, and a long rebound taken by Eckhoff. Eckhoff going to race it up the floor now. Behind the back goes to Coleman. And now Chandler Flanken tracks it down in the deep left corner. And now it's batted around a few times, going to go back to Farmington.
Yeah, see, if I'm England, I miss no shots, and now I try to attack. Try to go off the dribble, make something happen, rather than just keep shooting it.
So 60-39, another timeout, this time by Coach Callahan. Now we'll step aside with him. 60-39, 21-point advantage for Potosi. 7:21 left in regulation. We're back in a minute on J98.
Need a checking account? How about a free account? See the team at First State Community Bank to open a free e-checking account today. With free e-checking, you can enjoy all the safety and service that First State Community Bank has to offer, all with no monthly fee. Remember, when it comes to your finances, success starts here. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, online at fscb.com. E-statements required for free e-checking account. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Are you looking for a great local place for fresh meat and produce? The Hungry Gardener in Fredericktown has a full line of exotic meats, including beef, pork, lamb, and bison. With spring around the corner, they'll have fresh garden vegetables and flowers to pick from as well. Owner Kelly Walker also invites everyone in to try their daily lunch specials and meat package specials. The Hungry Gardener accepts all forms of payment. Check out their Facebook page or call 573-440-5031.
Alex England hits his first three of the game, and now we've got an 18-point game, 60-42. Farmington clamping on the pressure. We got a snoop down in Justin Callahan's huddle that time. He was setting up the full court press, and it started with the three-point make by England, and Farmington going to play a little bit more chase right now. And it's a difficult strategy to employ maybe at the outset because you have seams inside for Coleman to go to work, but right now you got to get in scramble mode.
Yeah, you got to get turnovers.
And Potosi's got the basketball. They put it in play, Jacobson. Now they go to Coleman. Coleman glides inside, shoots the floater, misses it, gets his own rebound, and now he's fouled by Ankrum. And Coleman is one rebound away from a double-double. These averages for him, they're just silly.
Yeah.
33 points is what he averages. He averages 16 rebounds. Now, maybe a guy that misses a bunch of shots inside and getting his own rebound, you pat it there, but he shoots 61%.
Really well.
Yeah.
Usually if he misses, he is getting his rebound, it seems like a lot.
Coleman misses the free throw there. He's got 35 on the night. Here's the second one. Misses that one, too. Ankrum had 36 last night. He was just terrific.
I'd be interested to see what the offense to defense rebound is for Coleman.
Mm-hmm. That would be an interesting split. And now Ankrum tries a three. Hargis grabs the rebound, spins, fires, missed it. Ankrum gets a rebound. He puts that one back in.
Because when you play that matchup, he's always inside on defense. So, he's going to get a lot of rebounds. Where if you're man-to-man and you're following your guy a little more, you may not, get as many rebounds on the defensive end.
Lead is 16 for Potosi. And Coleman takes one step to the free throw line, pushes to the left corner, Eckhoff. Hargis taps it out. And Justin Callahan, he told his guys after that last time out, he says, give me the hardest minute you can give me, and you're coming out. Then he went to all of his bench players, and he said, get ready. You're going out. Yeah. I like the switch here. I like what you have to do.
Yeah, you got to mix something up. I still would like to leave maybe Ankrum on the floor, shift floor, but
60-44, and they're going to run a trap on Coleman right here. Bounces out of it to Jacobson, right wing. That's to Franklin. They go to the right corner now, and here's a slash in by Cooley, and Cooley walked with it. Well, scramble mode is helping him out a little bit here. 60-44, and now Brett Hale says, okay, let's adjust.
Well, when you think about the Union game, you mentioned that a few times, and And Union plays a lot, just up-down scramble. Potosi gave up a lot of points.
I think it was 111 to 109.
Yeah, and
does that sound
double
right?
overtime. Yep.
Yeah, in double overtime. And I'm gonna check that to be absolutely sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, it was. It was 111-109, double overtime. Coleman had 64 in that game. And talking to Brett Hale, and we mentioned that earlier, they played a little bit like Grinnell. If you can beat their first line, they're not so much interested in defending. They're looking for the next shot.
Yeah, fast break the other way.
Read an article this past week, 25 years since Hank Gathers died, talking about up-tempo basketball, and that was such a fun. When I grew up, in the late 80s, and they were so fun to watch, that Loyola and Marymount team. 6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the fourth. 60-44, Farmington ball. Here comes Waddell. Waddell fires it down the right corner. There's Hardy. Hardy now looking for Bader. Instead, he plays to Connor Gage. Three-pointer by Gage. Misses it. Tap try Scales wouldn't go. Rebound down to Coleman. That's number 10 for him. And now they want to clamp on that pressure. Potosi flip it into the forecourt. Jacobson back to the head of the circle. Franklin skips it down to the left corner. Good hustle by Gage right there. Gage has got to be 11 life right now. I get to shoot a three, really? That's his first three-point attempt of the year.
Yeah, well, I think I heard Coach Callahan say, hey, if you're open, shoot it.
I like it.
Anybody.
Coleman bounces it to the left corner. That's Eckhoff back to Franklin. Working to the right wing, Jacobson. Back to Franklin at midcourt. And a reach by Waddell and a foul. Second one on Grant. I believe that's the 17th foul on Farmington. It's either the 6th or 7th. Okay, that was the 6th. Man, your scoreboard keeper is fast here. I'm telling you. 5:40 remaining in the fourth. 60-44. It's a 16-point advantage for Potosi. They led by 21 at 60-39. Franklin double-teamed and a timeout by Brett Hale. All right, let's step aside with him during this pause. 5:32 remaining in the fourth. 60-44. Potosi on top. Nice try to make the comeback. Tell you more in 30 seconds from the boot.
The faculty and staff at the North St. Francis County School District are proud of their students and their athletes. It takes hard work, dedication, and commitment to be a good, successful student and an athlete. Each student and athlete will have different goals and even different ways and timing of achieving those goals. So be yourself and excel all the way to the very top. Good luck on a great year and a great season. From the faculty and staff at the North St. Francis County School District, they say, go Raiders.
Back from the Potosi Trojan timeout. So Potosi leads Farmington 60-44. It's Potosi basketball. And Eckhoff has it. Eckhoff slashes in, kicks to the corner, Cooley, and now Coleman goes to work. Off the window, his shot wouldn't fall. It's out off of Coleman.
Well, again, Gage, his length, just disrupting Coleman's shot.
5:22, and now Justin Gage says, let's run this, baby. And they're just running three-point sets right now. And now Grant Waddell from 24 feet. That was an air ball. Rebound is tossed out of there by Coleman. He can't believe that they called that one. I don't know. The official was in a good spot. I didn't see it. But anyway, what's going to happen is Gage is going to go to the line.
Yeah, not a bad foul. I mean, Coleman, he said it's his only second. It's not like he's, like you talked about earlier, if he didn't pick up a lot of fouls in the first half, he's going to try to block shots in the second half.
Gage shoots 47% from the line on the year, and he misses the first. And now
another line change.
I know. I'm trying to think of a name, a hockey coach name. It's like Joe Quinville over there. Is that a hockey guy or something? He's running line change. It's like, but did you see the guy, the five over the board skate onto your floor right there?
Yeah. You can only do that, talk about if you had it off, because, every once in a while you have a defensive guy, an offensive guy. You just switch them out every time they come down the floor.
Gage misses the second free throw, so he missed them both. But the rebound, Ankrum, and then he's fouled. Ankrum has 6 rebounds.
This is going to be big if they can get into the bonus, Farmington can, and be able to hit some free throws.
Well, they've changed the way the game is played, and that's the first part of it.
Yeah, I think, the rushing Potosi, it makes a difference.
A lob intended for Ankrum by England, but it's swatted back outside. Now here's Ankrum curling off a screen, sets for 3. Yes, sir! Jordan Ankrum's got 16. The lead was 21, now at 13. Full court pressure by Farmington. And now Chandler Franklin going to head to the free throw line.
Again, I don't think they're worried about, fouling to get the ball back in their hands, and that's probably the guy you want to foul. I think he's got the least of the free throw percentage.
I don't know if you saw Iowa State play the other night against Oklahoma. The Cyclones trailed by 21 in the second half. And then at one point, about 10 minutes later, they were up 10. It was a 31-point turnaround as the free throw was missed by Franklin, but the rebound and the stick back is up and in by Coleman. He's going to work on a 40-point night. He's got 11 rebounds. He's got 37 points. Three-pointer by England. That won't go. And another rebound now by Coleman. He's got his 12th rebound, and quickly the other way, the layup on the other end by Austin Cooley. They got down there in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, that free throw was big. I mean, they fouled him, he missed it, and then didn't get the rebound.
So 4 quick ones, and now England another 3. Misses that one, and now the rebound swatted around. Franklin tracks it down, and Justin Callahan says pressure all the way, pressure all over the floor, and Ankrum fouling Colby Eckhoff, and now we are really getting in a scramble game here.
Yeah, up and down, and I know that's what Farmington wants, but they got to be able to hit the shots if they're going to come back in.
Second foul on Ankrum. At the free throw line, Eckhoff. Eckhoff averages 12.8 on the year. He's got 11 tonight. Make it 12 now, so he's right on his season's average. 72% foul shooter. Eckhoff came in, he had hit 48 threes on the year, and he's hit 3 more of them tonight. And his second one missed. Coleman climbs the back of Ankrum for the rebound, but that'll be a foul on Coleman. So we'll walk down. Or no, we won't. That's only the 6th team foul, I beg your pardon. So Ankrum puts it in play. Yeah. England grabs it at half court. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the fourth. Pinkley's got it on the left wing. Pinkley looking to drive this time to LeBron. LeBron goes to the left hand. That's a nifty move by a nimble 6'4" guy.
I think he's going to be good in next year or two.
Just a sophomore. He's got his first score tonight. And 65-49. The lead is 16. Hargis just all over Franklin right there. And they're going to call it travel. Boy, I thought Franklin just got hammered. Another line change.
It's amazing, that if they weren't playing this up and down tempo, that probably would have been a foul.
You're probably right.
Now that it's up and down, it seems like, they let things go a little more.
3:52 remaining in the fourth. And now outside of the arc, this is Hardy. A covered up 3 for Hardy. Missed it. And the backside rebound by Eckhoff, and he's quickly fouled. This whistle going on Bader, his third. I think for a while we're going to get a lot of walking and free throws.
Yep. Which, if, Potosi misses them, will play advantage for Farmington.
Stops the clock. But if they make them at some point, you probably have to say, well. Yeah. So here's Eckhoff. He obliges. He missed it. The rebound down to Gage. Quickly up the floor, Waddell. Waddell slashing down the left side of the lane. Missed it. Tap try by Gage. Misses that one. It's off of somebody's shoe top. Looks like Eckhoff, and Farmington will have another chance at it. Boy, wouldn't you like to see Connor Gage, instead of tap that, just rise up and just jam it?
Yeah.
He was up there.
You would think at his length, he'd be able to do that.
Yeah. Brendan Hardy has it. He's double teamed, spins out of some traffic there, finds Bader left elbow, back out Hardy. Hardy covered up quickly. Good defense that time. A nice closeout by Franklin. Now here's Waddell off the window. Missed it. Rebound tapped around. And I think the foul on Coleman. And that would be his fourth, if it is on him. They've built a pretty big cushion with him in there. He's got 4 now, though. And I don't know. I don't think you take him out. What do you think, Coach?
Not with, 3 minutes left in the game. You're up.
Play on,
play 6, up 16 still. So he picks up another one. You got a cushion. I think so.
Gage misses that free throw. He's 0 for 3, and here's another line change. This is kind of fun, watching how this thing is operating right now.
I think it's a great idea for Callahan. Unfortunately, they're not hitting their shots.
Missing free throws.
If they just hit a half of what they've shot in this, where they're pushing the tempo,
it'd be down to 10, easy. And now the second free throw missed by Gage. Misses the shot, tries to tap it up, missed it again. Ankrum grabs the rebound, spins, fires, misses that one. And there are bodies flying everywhere trying for the rebound. And I think Coleman is the guy that got fouled right there by Ankrum. Well, Gage just can't buy a free throw, 0 for 4. And it was almost as if it looked like he just bailed out on that. I'm just going to try to hit it off the rim and go get it there. And now here's Coleman. with 37. And this isn't even close to his season's high. 64 points, his season high. Coleman to the free throw line. And this time he rattled it in and out. He has missed 5 3. He is human. He is mortal. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's 6 for 11. So just barely over 50% from the free throw line. Now make it 7 of 12. 38 points. 66-49. Margin is 17 for Potosi. Potosi just had a huge third quarter. They outscored Farmington 22-3. It was a 2-point game before that. Kick it out. Three-pointer, Ankrum over the top of a defender. Misses the shot. Coleman climbed the ladder to get that rebound. He's got 13 boards on the game. And that's almost to his season's average. Now a spin move, and LeBron blocks the shot that time of Cooley.
Yeah, I think, Farmington's trying to get those quick shots. Or they don't want to waste time, moving the ball around. But, you think maybe a few more passes to get a better look.
Now Franklin whips a pass to Cooley. Now they work it back out to half court. This is Coleman. Coleman to the right wing. Franklin down to the right corner. Cooley, and they're just playing. They're playing four corners right now. This is Dean Smith basketball here.
Try to waste some time. Yep. Let them foul you.
Franklin going to go to the free throw line. Chandler Franklin hit a 3 in the first half, and that's all the scoring for him. He missed a free throw earlier. He didn't score a lot against you guys last night, but I thought he made a couple of key steals in your game.
He does a good job. He's one of those guys that he's out there for his defense. Mm-hmm. He can do a good job pressuring up top.
Franklin hit the free throw there. He's got 4 points. Chandler back to the line, and he connects on both of those. 5 for Chandler Franklin. And 68-49, the margin swells back to 19 points. Hargis wanted to snap off a 3, guarded tightly by Jacobson. Ankrum will shoot the 3 here, misses that one. It's just a kind of a shooting gallery right now for Farmington. The rebound actually to Franklin, hands it off to Coleman. And Dillon will go to the line right here. And he's got a chance to put up 40 points here,
Again, Farmington got the look, You wouldn't think that, Ankrum's a guy you want shooting outside, but like I said, last game he hit 2 or 3 in the
hit
first
3
quarter.
of them. Yeah, Coleman misses the free throw. He hit 3 of them, and he shoots 32% out there. Not great, but not bad. Line change for Coach Callahan. Still in hockey mode, and now here's Coleman again on the free throw line. Missed them both. Bader grabs the rebounds. Waddell up the floor. Hardy attacking from the left corner. That was right in front of us. Yeah. I thought Cooley got all ball there.
Well, if I'm them, I'm almost letting them shoot it.
Yeah.
Well,
they haven't proven they're going to drill a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And plus, you're stopping the clock there. Yeah, that's a good point.
You've got Coleman in there, probably going to get the rebound on most misses.
So it wasn't so much whether it was a foul or not. It was the decision.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, to the refs, it's just looked like a foul, and you call it. I tell our guys, anybody blocked a 3-pointer too often, so just contest it.
Stupid Hakeem Warwick. Hardy, he made that one, didn't he?
Yes.
Missed one, made one. Hardy back to the line. He got that one, so goes 2 for 3 on the exchange. In the backcourt, here's Eckhoff. He's quickly fouled. They are stretching this game. They're trying, but it's 17 down. It's going to be some tough climbing here for the Knights.
I'd like to know what the Potosi's shot from the free throw line just since they've started doing this.
Oh, I was going to say I got to figure up the total, but since they started a different number, Eckhoff hits the free throw. Potosi averages 71 points on the year. It looks like they're going to get there. That's a lot of points for a high school team.
It is.
To average.
I told our guys that, we're going to have to score 70 to win. It's just one of those things that, knowing what they average.
Now on the right wing, Scales is in the ball game. Waddell from 25. And this is that one long rebound to Eckhoff. And now with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the ball game, looked like Eckhoff was getting jostled around a bit there, no call. And the ball out of bounds. Potosi still has it. Fired in, intended for Coleman. Franklin gets it on the ricochet, and now plays it back over to Eckhoff. Eckhoff attacking the other way. Diving at his feet is Bader. And Bader just trying to dive after the basketball. That'll be a foul on John, his 4th. Eckhoff to the free throw line. So we talked about it a little bit, where the winner goes and who they play. I lost my bracket. I'm going to find that one.
They're going to go down south.
Here we go. Notre Dame Kennett playing in the semifinals. And also
Cape Central
Sykeston. That's a tough area. I mean, that's usually to be honest, as Hardy shoots a three on a lean-in three, Bader rebound, no rebound, Coleman fouled. Just to be fair, that is usually the district that knocks out the winner of the district. Not always. Usually. Not last year.
But, that was, we were in that district, before we came up to this one. And, Cape Central, Sykeston, Notre Dame, Dexter's in there. And they've been kind of down lately. But, when I first started coaching, they were really good, too.
That's where Brett Hale played.
Yeah. So that's a tough district. A lot of times they say there's 2 or 3 teams that, could possibly be state-bound teams in one district.
And Sykeston just dominated for a while.
Yep.
Coleman's got 40. 40 points for Dylan Coleman. Whew. What a talent. 74-51. England's 3 straight through. Well, that was a nice parabola.
Yeah, that's one of those where you're frustrated. Why didn't those go in earlier?
Yeah, that was a rainmaker. The inbounds to Jacobson. He's fouled.
Well, you got to give it to Farmington. I mean, they didn't quit. They kept going at them. And, still with a minute and a half left, they're running all over the place.
How about this Potosi ball club, to a team that they won their first 10 games. They lost 6 of 8 coming in this district. And, whether it's shaken confidence or whatever, I mean, they haven't shown it. I mean, this is a really nice district win for them.
Yeah. Well, they're, like I said, winning the first 10, and they're a good team with good players. And, probably every team goes through those stretches, where you're going to lose games, and they just kept at it.
Gunnar LeBlanc picked up the 3-point miss of Ankrum and pumped it off the window. And as you mentioned, he's going to be one of the muscle guys inside for them next year. LeBron, Bader's a junior. You lose a lot when you lose Jordan Ankrum, though. I mean, this guy has been a starter for 3 years. Started a few games. Was a varsity guy as a freshman. Terrific talent.
Well, they got two other bigs coming back, but Ankrum just kind of has that, like we talked about, just something about it. Makes a difference.
Coleman splits a double team on the dribble, scoops an underhanded pass intended for Jacobson. He's got it. Worked back to Coleman, free throw line. Coleman curls it back out to Eckhoff and right back to Coleman, who's fouled by England.
And when you look at Potosi on the other end, they're losing, pretty much the starting 5.
Boom. 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
Franklin the junior. Yeah, is it. So this is the year for them. This is what they've been pointing toward.
They had a good JV. They got a couple of good younger players, but if you're them, this was it. I'm sure from the very beginning they're thinking that this is their year.
Coleman at the free throw line, rattles this one in and out. For Farmington, maybe that year was last year. Farmington went to its first. Well, not only did they go to the first Final Four, they won their first state playoff game. Then went to their first Final Four last year. And they played deep into the semifinal and then took the third-place game to overtime. So not only did they go to the Final Four, they really showed they belonged.
Yeah.
Hargis snaps off a 3 in transition. He gets his own rebound, and then Coleman blocks his shot. What length by Coleman. And now he throws it up the floor. It's intercepted by Ankrum. Ankrum transition 3, missed it short. Coleman's got another rebound. Well, it's time to add pad the rebound stats for Coleman as he glides down the floor and then scoops it up and in. 43 for Coleman. 78-56, the margin, 22 points. And a miss by Hargis. The rebound stick back by LeBron. He's got a half a dozen. We work it down the floor once again. Here's Eckhoff attacking. Eckhoff plays it to the right low block. The jumper missed by Jacobson. They work it back outside for Eckhoff. Half a minute to play and a timeout by Brett Hale. And Brett Hale says, let's clean our bench here, guys.
Yeah.
Get everybody in. The Potosi fans all stand in unison and cheer for the effort of their ball club. Potosi's last district championship. None of those guys were born.
Yeah.
1982.
82. Well, yep. I wasn't even one.
So you probably don't know what I'm talking about with Loyola Marymount earlier.
Well, I heard it. Being around basketball.
Yeah. Here's Allen jitterbugging his way between 1, 2, 3 defenders, and he's finally held. So he'll go to the free throw line. 18 seconds left. Brett Hale's journey. He coached at Farmington just 3 years ago, and now he knocks him off for a district title. Allen missed it. Sherelle Allen, 9 in the semifinal, a big contributor there. None yet tonight.
I would guess he would have coached some of these these seniors, maybe.
Yep.
As freshmen.
Allen pumps that one in, so he'll get in the scorebook. 79-58. And a three-pointer by Pinkley that misses. Allen went for the rebound. It's off of his fingertips and out of bounds. So Farmington will get another shot. Somebody's saying, I'm going to get one more try here, and it'll be Ankrum. And Ankrum, maybe fittingly, gets that final shot as he puts in points number 17 and 18. Allen nearly had it stripped in the middle of the floor with 2 seconds left. He's gliding down the floor now, and the time expires, and the Potosi Trojans are district champions for the first time since 1982. Potosi victorious over Farmington in runaway fashion, 79-60.